What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another week here in the Cambridge Phoenix channel. And of course, as you've seen in the last episode, we have hit the mid-season transfer window, and there will be a couple of changes here or there in both of the clubs. So make sure you stay tuned to find out sort of what we're doing to improve and develop our strategy as the season goes on. With that being said, if you guys are enjoying the content here on the channel, I do appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe, because of course we are a new channel. And yeah, let's get on to our week and see how we get on. Okay, I don't even really know where to start with this one, but of course it is the mid-season transfer window, and quite a lot has happened, although, you know, it hasn't even really been pack drop or anything yet, but I don't anticipate myself getting involved in the pack drop. You can see it as later on this evening as of time of recording, but yeah, I don't see myself getting involved in the pack drop this time out, just because I'm actually kind of interested in potentially buying a third club, which might be in the future, but I'm sort of like saving up for it, if that makes sense. And I want to do like maybe a bit more of an experiment with that club, perhaps. So we'll get onto that when we can. But yeah, with that being said, you can see quite a lot has happened, and we'll just start off with the first notification, I guess, of the window. And you can see here is one of our trusty players that we got from our referral rewards, and we did loan him to Mundstad for 9% rev share. But as you can see, Mudstand, or however you say their name, although they did recently get 2 wins in a row, they look like they're going to be finishing. They're probably going to get relegated. So I thought when he sent me the request through, I thought, you know what, I actually will happily accept this, because I know my player can get into a better side, because he is actually a 75 rated centre back. Even if it is less rev share, I'd rather him go to a better club so he can develop and get less rev share. So a bit of an interesting decision, maybe. You know, some people might have just not accepted this and just wanted the 9%, but I decided for his development we could probably find a better stone team for less rev share. So then we go on to the shenanigans between the academy and the Spark Club, and of course, I think this is always going to happen. I mean, it happens in football as well, like where academy, like players go down to the academy, academy goes up, like, you know, promotions, relegations within our own clubs, if that makes sense. And this is a bit more of a tactical one. Now, the main reason for this swap is because I really want Duarte to progress better. And of course, he was in the Spark division doing well for us, but on his like player profile and whatever, it does say that he is you know, unhappy with the level. So I decided, and he's 19, of course, he's definitely our best goalkeeper in the agency, but you can just see here he's not happy in the Spark team. So I've decided, although he might even be too good for ice, but I thought at least if we push him up to ice, he might progress a little bit nicer, or he might be a bit happier and play a bit better. So we've got Duarte going to the ice club, and the goalkeeper, this is our ice goalkeeper, and he's been unbelievable for us in ice. So but he is a lot older and worse overall, so I thought, okay, let's pop him down to the Spark team. Still quite important, you know, we still need the Spark team to do well, but we have upgraded our ice team and downgraded our Spark team, and that is sort of the theme, to be honest. But before we go into that, you can see that we did actually get a new deal for the man that we did cancel, and that is a 5% rev share of a good friend of the channel, John. And the reason I've done this is because I do believe John to be one of the best teams in the league in Stone, and he wanted 5%, and it's sort of like a he's helping me, I'm helping him kind of thing. So not only would it be better for me because I would get pretty much the same MFL at 5%, because bottom of, let's just say he finished 11th, the other guy, and I got 9%, I get like, I would get around about 380 give or take MFL. Whereas if John finishes, I think all he has to do is finish 4th or higher for me to pretty much, well, I think if he returns 4th, I would get similar to what he would have got at 11. So assuming that John does better than 4th, we should get around the same MFL. And of course, he is a good friend of the channel, so I'm happy to do that because it helps his team. As you can see, Oh, I don't know if it's updated quite for him yet. Oh yeah, so obviously because it's a bit weird because so this it says he's a 72 right back, but he's actually a 75 centre back. So he flies straight into the first team for John as well, which ideally means he's going to progress better because he's in a better team, playing first team football at a team that should be dominating the league. So, or not dominating, but you know what I mean. He's going to be doing better than relegation zone team. So yeah, I think a good bit of business there. I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree. Obviously less rev share, but better development and still opportunity to earn similar MFL. Just at a better team, and of course helping a friend of the channel, and he is of course helping me by progressing him. So it's like a win-win-win for everyone. With that being said, so that's the goalkeeper we just talked about. Now this is actually a bit more of a tactical one, but still on the same theme. So we have removed Voronin, probably our best centre mid from the Spark team, and replaced him or put him in the Ice team so he can progress better. He's only 22, so still got time to improve. And we've replaced him with a CDM from the Ice team into the Spark team. And there's two reasons for this. One, because I want Voronin to improve and become better, so I put him in an Ice. And two, we actually really need a CDM because as you guys saw in the last video, we changed the formation, so we need a bit more CDM depth. Of course, Voronin can't play CDM; he's more of an attacking midfielder. So yeah, pretty much that was kind of like a win-win-win all round. And then the last change I done purely based on his progression, and that is obviously Bashiri, who's gone up 4 ratings in the Spark team, and I feel like there's no way he's going to break into an or like tier break in Spark, surely. So purely based on the fact that he went up 4 overalls within the first half of the season, thought let's get him in an Ice and pray that he somehow becomes an uncommon. I doubt it, but I thought why not? And the player he swaps for makes sense. Of course, Bashiri's 25, so I'm going to need him in an Ice team eventually or whatever. He's going to need to progress and get into the higher divisions, and I'm replacing him with a guy that is 26, so slightly older, and of course the ratings are a lot worse. So the general theme you can see here is our Spark team has got worse, and we'll get onto that as to why, and our Ice team has got better. So moving on, I was looking at MFL Manager, as you can see here. It's a great website with loads of cool information. You can just pretty much search your team name or your club name or whatever, and it will show you your clubs. So we'll start off with the Spark team, and you can see here pretty much it is very, of course, catered towards the formation that we're playing, but the strikers, although they are pretty well route, similar, seems to be that I guess the point that's letting us down in the Spark team. But you can see we're actually projected to finish 4th. As you can see here, I've actually got it on a different tab, but I will close that just so I don't confuse myself. But yeah, you can see here pretty much. I was looking at this morning, and I'll be honest, I kind of was just thinking, look, for us to break top 3, we would have to buy into the pack drop and all that sort of stuff, and it's a big it's a big ask pretty much. And I just thought, you know what, I think I'd rather make the team a little bit worse and maybe finish 5th, 6th, wherever we like in this sort of region, and so if we done that, not only would that be, we're similar, finishing similar sort of range, but also means we can improve our academy, and really try and help it to stay in the Ice division. So as you can see here, the academy was actually predicted to finish 11th, but now it's predicted to finish 9th, which is a bit more like, less likely to be relegated, although our best 11 is not the greatest, hence why I've decided to move some of the pieces from the Spark to the Ice. So pretty much all the changes that we've made in the preseason benefit the Ice team and not the Spark team. So we were projected to finish 4th, and we are currently 4th in Spark. However, I think, to be honest, if I finished sixth, fourth, is pretty much the same to me. Like, I don't, we're not getting promoted pretty much. I know the MFL difference is quite a lot, but it doesn't really affect me. I pretty much don't think we can get top three because Bear is just he's just better than us. He's already beaten us this season. So, yeah. So I've kind of given up on promotion hopes in Spark, which is, it's fine. Doesn't matter too much. Hopefully we get a bit nicer of a Hopefully, we get a nicer Spark division next season because, of course, these two are just, yeah, unreal. As you guys know, we've talked about, of course, on the channel. But yeah, and then, of course, on the flip side, the Ice team, not only are they, you know, yeah, massively overperforming, as you can see, but if we did make it a little bit stronger, not only there's actually two reasons. So not only do we make it a bit stronger and it might stay in the league, fingers crossed. It's definitely a possibility and looking likely at the moment, but we've got some, deciding games coming up in this video. But this team, of course, made it further in the cup. So I just thought, generally speaking, in terms of like MFL return and stuff like that, it's just way better for me to just make the Ice team better because we're going to get more MFL for finishing higher in the league. We're further in the cup, yada yada yada. Although I do want the Spark team to get promoted into Ice, realistically, I don't think it's going to happen this season. So we've just done everything we can to make the Ice team better to try and stay in the league pretty much. Long story short. Now, of course, like I'm saying, Spark team could take a little bit of a hit here, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think we would get promoted either way. So yeah, that's sort of the update. Of course, I've updated my little spreadsheet here. The only annoying thing for me is the fitness is kind of skewed because my Spark team pretty much were 100% fitness, whereas my Ice was like opposite. So pretty much all of the players that have come from the academy to the Spark team are like dead and can't play their first game there, if that makes sense. Whereas our Spark team's kind of opposite; they can fly straight into the Ice team. However, it's kind of annoying because obviously all of the first team in the Ice were meant to be resting this game. So we've got a weird mix, as you can see, for the Ice team here in our next game, where like we've got some first teamers in there and most second teamers. So we have like 3 or 4 first team, and then yeah, so sort of like a weird mix. Which I don't really know if I should do, to be honest. We'll see, as you guys can. Yeah, I don't know whether to. Pretty much, it's going to be a learning curve because what I've done is I mixed the teams and hoping that the first team will get on the same fitness as the other first teamers, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit we're playing a little bit with fire in terms of like fitness and stuff like that at the moment, but we'll come back and sort of review that after the first game. But yeah, we've got a couple of days to wait now until we sort of see our first games and see how it goes. Of course, that's pretty much the update in terms of like what's going on over the transfer window. I don't think there's really too much else to update you boys on. So yeah, we'll see you guys on the 16th or around that sort of time, and let's see how we do in the league. So we had $55 going into the drop, and I managed to pick myself up a standard pack and some kickoff packs. Well, I say packs. I only managed to get one on the actual kickoff, or on the launch of the drop. And you can see here we sold the kickoff pack for £11 pretty much straight away, or $11. And I was like so happy with that because obviously you buy it for $5, sell it instantly on Floaty for 11. And of course we did buy a standard pack for $50. I listed it for 85, as you can see here. And yeah, and then pretty much like I think it was like half an hour after the drop, they released more packs, and because I instantly sold my kickoff pack for $11, I had $11 in the balance to get 2 more kickoff packs for $5, and then sold them both for $12. So pretty much I could have probably could have sold them for more, but I was like, I just want like the quick money, and I'll show you guys why. And the standard pack, I did end up just listing and selling for $80. Again, probably could get more for it if I waited, but I'm just happy to take the money now. And the reason I'm happy to take the money now is because that means that once all said and done, we had $100 in our dapper, and of course we only had 50, so we made 50 profit from the drop. And that means, voila, welcome to the Cambridge Phoenix Reserves Club. And this is a club that I was going to get for season 6, but obviously, being successful, getting stuff in the drop and that sort of things, um, yeah, well, I just thought, why not go ahead and get it now? And of course, it is an ice division, and it is almost certainly going to get relegated because I'll show you the situation at the moment. But I just thought, whatever I get from this club, MFL wise, between now and the end of the season is better than me just buying it at the end of the season, if that makes sense. Obviously, if we buy a club at the end of the season, we've got zero MFL from it. Whereas if we just buy a club now, we might be able to get something. With that being said, we bought it off Jasalde, so shout out to that man. We bought it for $70, so that leaves us with about 30 left in the bank. And you can see we've rebranded it and everything. I can't remember what it was called for him, but yeah, you can see he wasn't doing the best job with it. No offense. I'm sure he probably has loads of clubs, so he probably doesn't really care. But yeah, he only had 4 points, which is fine. And yeah, we look at the tactics, and you can see I have already actually bought in one player, which I will explain. But you can see he has left this club in the mud. Like, I think he cancelled loads of contracts and just wanted out of the club. And you can see, yeah, not only are we looking a little bit rough for players, but the rev share can be quite, initially looking at 98%. You guys might be thinking, oh, you made a big mistake here, but luckily it is only a base percent of 51% that we'll be having to give away at the end of the season. So fortunately, I had a little look before I bought it, of course, what the contract situations were like, and a lot of it is just game time. You can see like 40 odd percent of it is game time, which we can 100% make sure people get. So I will make sure this club only gives away 51% by the end of the season. That'll be like the last thing I do. But the only problem with this is it means I have 2% rev share to work with. Now, with that being said, luckily, I have a lot of good friends of the channel, so I'm hoping that, as you can see here, Mr. Sorare Lex, or MFL Lex, if you like, has given us a player for 0%, and I'm hoping the community can help me out here and just give me 2 more players for 0%, if that makes sense, because obviously we don't have the rev share to give away, and I need more players in the club to make sure, with fitness, like we can actually get through with fitness and everything like that. So yeah, just in general speaking, we do need to bring in 2 more players because you're only allowed to sign 3 more. And we've already made one of them, so we can only have 16 players in the club. So don't get me wrong, 100% relegated, and the team is cooked. But I'm hoping we can at least just get, well, it'll be, you know what I mean? It's better than nothing to get 50% of bottom of ice. And I think he's still in the cup as well. We're still in the cup, so we'll get a little bit of MFL from that as well. So let's just say, so the bottom of ice gets 2,000. So we're going to get 1,000. Pretty much, we're going to get about 1,000 MFL for buying it now, which I'm buzzing with. I'll take that. And of course, the plan with this going forward is pretty much just to fill it next season with just the leftovers in my can't think of the name of it now. Sorry. You know what? I can't remember the name of it. My agency. There you go. Sorry. Yeah. So the leftovers in the agency will just fly into the reserve team, and that'll be that. Really, it will just sit in Spark. Attempt to get wins and just pretty much just develop players that I won't be using. Now, I think some people will say it'll be maybe smarter just to loan them players out, but to be honest, I like the idea of just having more clubs and have it like developing my own players, if that makes sense, and doing the best I can and getting the most out of them. Like, so yeah, that's the reason I bought another team, because I wanted to pretty much have, well, obviously if my agency has 60 players, that's roughly 30 per team, which means we should, roughly, that should be good enough for 3 clubs. So yeah, that's the idea of the getting the 3 clubs. I think I'll probably stop at 3, to be honest. I'm quite happy with 3. obviously next season there's going to be 2 of them in Spark, hopefully 1 in Ice. We'll see how the academy gets on, and yeah, we're slowly but surely building the clubs up here at Cambridge Phoenix. Okay, so quick update from the Cambridge Phoenix club then, and yeah, to be honest, we started well, obviously it was mid-season as you guys just seen, or yeah, sort of the mid transfer break, and our first game back was quite an important one, and we did actually go ahead and lose, unfortunately, 3-1 with our strongest lineup. So yeah, and same sort of thing. We always struggle against this 4-2-3-1 for whatever reason. I did try and change the shape a little bit, but yeah, that's just the way it is sometimes, and you can tell XG wise pretty similar. Just yeah, wasn't our day, and we were at home, which is a bit unfortunate. But then our second match, we did actually manage to go ahead and pick up a win against Nevertree, and I will say we scored in the 93rd minute with an Enzo Elia finish. And of course he is more of like a second team player, but I don't know why I just randomly thought let's throw him in for the game today. And yeah, he scored the winner, so that was always good. And in terms of the academy then, kind of the opposite really. Just yeah, obviously this game we played a weaker team, so wasn't expecting much. But then back-to-back wins, one being in the league, great win, 3-1 actually. Very happy with that, and we do actually manage to get through to the quarter-finals with the academy, having beaten the team from Croatia, I believe. And yeah, just in general, the academy is doing fantastic. And what's going on then, I guess, in the horizons, and you guys are going to see this to round off the video for this week, is so obviously we've got our game today in the league, and this was a big game for us, but because we have a quarterfinals coming up, we might have to sacrifice this game for the academy to make sure that we are up, we are as strong as we can be for the quarterfinals, because if we can go on a good cup run, I mean the cup run's already been good, but if we can make it better, that would be great. So yeah, you guys are probably going to see the quarterfinals, so don't worry too much about that. And the game I'm going to show you guys next is the one that we're just about to kick off on, and that is our game against Dafang or Dafang in the Spark League, and we are playing our second team for this game. And the main reason behind that is, oh, actually, I don't know if we are playing a second. I can't remember. I think my team needs a bit of a rest. Yeah, a couple of 96s, 94s, and we got some big games coming up, and Defang are quite low, so I'm hoping I can get sort of like a cheeky win here, because my team's going to obviously have a bit of a rest here, and theirs is not too good, so I'm hoping I can get like a sort of a cheeky respite ahead of, like, before then we play the games that are, I mean, these 3 games in a row are going to be nearly impossible, so I'm hoping we can pick up at least 1 point from these 3 games. Or 4 games actually, damn. So yeah, hopefully we can get it done today against the Fang, because if not, we might be in a bit of a spot of trouble in the next 4 in a row anyway. Second team, let's see what they can do. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Someone impress me. That's what I want to see. I want to see someone fighting to be playing in the first team, you know what I mean? And that's making me think, oh, he needs to be in the first team, you know what I mean? Hamilton. Over the top, what a pass. Oh my god, what a pass from Ross Hamilton, by the way. Damn. Mike, hello, how you doing? I just saw your game. I saw you went 2-0 down, so oh, Castro? Yeah, come on. Carter. Oh, what a pass. Oh, it's game over. Lovely. Second team get the job done. Carter. Elia. Back to Carter. Oh. Ooh, red card for him. That is not good. And I think I was the closest to getting a draw. I mean, I lost only 1-0. Oh, what a finish! Come on, Carter. So we get the same result as the first game we played against them, except our second team get the 4-0 win this time out. So, can't complain. Everyone played well, no bad scorers in terms of ratings, and yeah, we had 1.9 xg. We actually kind of overperformed there. So, and of course he had a red card early in the second half there, which kind of just solidified the points really. Okay, so our final match of the video today, and it is of course the Academy, who face off against Houghton United, who have played the 4-3-3 attack, which is, I'm pretty sure, the formation I planned for them to play against. So we have the best possible shape, although I will say we are missing our Bashiri, who is unfortunately suspended. But yeah, his team obviously slightly better than ours, but not massively, to be honest. Should be a good game. I think we are away, so again, slight disadvantage, but it's going to be our last game for the video. Hopefully, we can get through to the semi-finals of the Aspirants Cup with the Academy. Let's go. His first highlight, we've had two free kick highlights. And looks like he's getting a free kick of his own. We missed our two free kicks. Can they score their free kick? Hopefully not. Another free kick. Oh my god. His team is very aggressive. This is our third free kick highlight. And we score! Ojon Joku, come on, let's go. 1-0. Okay. Highlight for him. This is his first open play highlight, I believe. Oh, good ball over the top. Oh, nice. Good pass that from the midfield. Bit annoying that we didn't close him down, but fair play. 1-1. Oh, another highlight just before the half for us. Similar kind of... Oh my god. If we win it... This is a similar highlight to theirs. Oh, but we missed the chance. Unlucky Yamamoto. Another highlight just before the half. Oh my god, they're all coming in just before half time. Gross, great ball over the top. Campbell. Oh, what a finish from Jordan outside the box as well. 2-1 just before the half. Love to see it. Come on, boys. Okay, so it is half time, and the same XG. We have more possession, more shots, more on target. But yeah, I guess he's just created better opportunities to score. And saying that, he's got an instant, or we've got an instant highlight. Oh, keeper collects. Oh my god, not again. Oh, good interception. Allen finds a ball over the top. Ojon Joku. 3-1. He's clinical. He's finishing everything. Come on. Oh my god. Keepers. Oh, bit nervy. Oh, Voronin. Oh my god. What such a silly mistake to make. Oh, 65th minute corner. Come on, Gal. Get it in the box. Yeah. Oh my god. Ojon Joku nearly scored a hat-trick. 82nd minute. Highlight for him. Oh no. There's been so many highlights since, like, after, like, the 40th minute. Oh my god. Just over. A very open match, to be honest. I think that really could have went either way. But we managed to come out on the good side, I guess. Slightly more XG, more shots, way more on target. So I think we were pretty much good for the win, but on another day he definitely could have beaten me there. So we are officially through to the semi-finals. There you have it then, boys. There is our MFL week wrapped up for you. Obviously in the next video you're going to see we're going to be in the semi-finals, hopefully the finals. We'll see obviously how we get on. Of course we're coming sort of to the end of the season now, so in the next video you're probably likely to see sort of the the wrap up of the season. And of course it's been a great first season here in MFL. If you guys are enjoying these sort of update videos, be sure to show me by leaving a like. Subscribe if you're new. We'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace.